Let's go!
Cool, it forgot my fucking camera settings again.
Again?
God, it's so like I
Bro!
blame Logitech for this because Logitech discontinued the original software that was used to control this webcam, and
Hmm.
as a result, it just does not do what you want it to do like ever anymore. Um,
That's stupid.
I have to use a like Windows 95 esque um, app to basically control it now. It's so cringe.
Hmm.
I gotta get a different webcam at some point.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, so yeah, I also like this is kind of a fun thing from today. Uh, I changed my Spotify settings.
Whoa! Like, what do you
Um,
mean?
well, they introduced a while. I don't know when it was. It was very recent because I got an email about it at one point. But they
Hmm.
introduced a um, uh, sorry, I got texted. They introduced
Okay.
uh, a new streaming quality for music and download quality for music. So now it's lossless if you want it. Um, Uses a lot of bandwidth, but I'm a bit of a fan of my audio being crisp.
Hmm.
So weird to say, but yeah. So I try. I'm trying out the lossless, and sounds pretty good so far for most songs. I think some songs you don't really notice that much of a difference. A lot of that comes down to the mastering and whatnot. So,
Hmm.
um, and yeah, I want to explain a little bit the title of this stream because like I got called a tourist on Twitter. The guy's taking it back now. He's kind of like saying that he pegged me incorrectly, potentially, which he did for sure. Because I got called a tourist because I'm mad at Nintendo, and I've been mad at Nintendo since the Switch 2. Um, I have I've had issues with them that have been like kind of building over the years since before that.
Hmm.
Like, of course, I've been a Nintendo player since I was very young. I was like 3 when I played my first Nintendo game. Some of my fondest memories as a kid are playing Super Mario 3 with my mom. Um, and I remember my dad going to the midnight release of uh, Ocarina of Time when it came out. That was crazy. I remember the transition
Hmm.
into 3D with Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time just being so legendary. Now, to be fair, I didn't play Link to the Past when I was a kid. I didn't play that till I was a bit older,
Hmm.
but and I played the first one I played was the Game Boy version, the Game Boy Advance version, I think. Um, but yeah, my favorite game series of all time to this day, even though I've changed a lot over the years, and I'm like a huge fan of like Souls likes and stuff. My favorite overall franchise
Hmm.
is still Metroid, and it's still something I adore. And that may change if Bloodborne becomes a franchise, uh, or depending on the next Cyberpunk game. I mean, that could be a pretty big deal. Um, but yeah, Metroid is like and Metroid wasn't my first favorite. It used to be Legend of Zelda, but I think I think Ocarina of Time kind of like in retrospect kind of fucked Nintendo's like whole perspective on their own franchise for a very long time. Um, I don't think it's solely to blame. I think one of the big problems was like the tech demo they released before Ocarina of Time, the tech demo for the N64. Ocarina of Time didn't end up looking like that, and there was
Hmm.
probably a certain amount of backlash related to that. And then after Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask, of course, then Wind Waker comes out, and Wind Waker totally flipped everything on its head. It was a totally different direction for the series to take aesthetically, and it was not palatable for people. I remember being really like not into the not really being into the aesthetic when I first saw it, because I was an edgy kid. I wanted like dark and brooding things, and Majora's Mask is still my favorite Zelda game.
Gritty stuff.
Yeah, but it ended up like I got somebody bought it for me. Like my dad bought it for me. Bought me a GameCube and bought me Wind Waker at one point, and I played it because, I mean, it's Zelda. I'm gonna play it. And I fucking love Wind Waker. Wind Waker's a masterpiece. It just...
Beautiful game.
And even aesthetically, it's grown on me so much because the amount of soul and love in the aesthetics of that game is... You don't... Like, even today, you don't really get that level of care and effort in a lot of games. Even AAA games. And then Twilight Princess came out after that, and I played the Wii version of that, which actually, as much as it was shit on for the motion controls, I liked the motion controls. I thought they worked fine. Like, I never had any issues with them. And the same goes for Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. I thought the aiming controls were just fine on the Wii. I never had any issues with those. But Twilight Princess was disappointing because it was really aesthetically very pretty. I liked how dark and brooding the kind of art style was. I loved Zant as a villain. I liked Midna as a character. She's the best companion character in the history of the series, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
But but then they have it. That game has one of the worst third acts of a game I've ever seen. It's such a drop off in quality that it's kind of startling. But I still have passion for that game, but I think that it kind of lost itself in trying to be Ocarina, but with the skin of the original N64 tech demo.
Yeah.
Because the gameplay wasn't there. The gameplay was like... The swordplay was really interesting, but the swordplay wasn't as good as Wind Waker, which is weird to think of. There's so many better... Like, the sword moves are so much better in Wind Waker. I don't know why they stepped backwards on that with Twilight Princess, and the items were trash. Cool ideas, they didn't implement any of them into the core gameplay.
Which is fun.
Yeah. But I still have a soft spot for Twilight Princess because the aesthetic is so good, because the story is mostly good until the third act. And then Skyward Sword came out. And Skyward Sword was the biggest fucking insulting slap in the face.
Terrible shit. Terrible.
Like, I know people who defend that game, and I'm glad they like it, but the controls did not work. How did they get it right in Twilight Princess with less accuracy? Because they didn't have the Wii Motion Plus out at that point. And then they released the Wii Motion Plus for more motion control accuracy, and the game controls worse because of it. Like, it's practically unplayable. Like, nothing's fun about that. It doesn't work. Like, what are we talking about? It's so bad. And the story... I mean...
The pause.
The friend I had in high school who used to write, we wanted to write comic books together, and who stole the entire plot line of Spawn for his comic book series, was a better writer than the people that worked on Skyward Sword. What the fuck happened? Like...
That's amazing.
Jesus fucking Christ. Like, at least he had the wherewithal to steal from somebody who was actually a good writer. Instead, they just wrote their own story, and they botched it. But then, so that game was was trash, and that was kind of the final nail in the coffin for me when it comes to Zelda being my favorite franchise, and Metroid replaced it because I started to, as I grew older too, I became more of an introvert, more into like the isolationist feel of a Metroid game. Super Metroid is a
like fucking
masterpiece.
Souls games too.
Yep. It's why I like No Man's Sky on launch, because I knew what I was getting into. I knew that was going to be the experience, and I liked that game, and I still do, even though it's changed from that, because you can still experience it in functionally the same way.
Yeah.
And I would say that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is one of the most overhyped pieces of shit. It's not a terrible game, but it doesn't do anything that interesting.
Good, but
yeah, the gameplay's okay. It's people think it's really innovative. It's not. It doesn't do anything that hasn't been done in a million other open world games. Then there's like the story is like it's somehow worse than Twilight Princess. At least Twilight Princess had interesting characters that they build upon and do cool things with, even if they kill off their best villain since the Skull Kid
halfway through or whatever.
Yeah, like 2/3 of the way through the game, and just replace him with Ganon again.
Yeah.
Whereas Tears of the Kingdom, or not Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild is just like, hey, here's a bunch of new characters, and we're gonna have these like expensive cutscenes with them, which we don't do cutscenes in Zelda.
That sounds shit.
Like, bruh, you could have hired children out of a fucking elementary school, and they would have given a better performance than those actors. No shade to the actors, they were probably given bad direction because, for some reason, Nintendo's like voice actor direction has always been kind of shit.
Not great, yeah.
But not only are the characters very poorly voice acted, and they don't really do anything all that interesting with them, they're also all fucking dead. Spoilers.
So what's the point?
So why am I supposed to get to attach to characters I'll never meet? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, honest. It doesn't make any sense.
I fucking hate it. I hate that.
Yeah.
And then the world is just empty and lifeless, and I mean, again, not doing anything that hasn't been done already in a million other open world games, and better by a million other open world games. Like, I would sooner boot up Far Cry 3 if I want an open world game than I would Breath of the Wild.
But it's the Dark Souls of Nintendo.
Bruh.
What? Come on.
Dark Souls? What?
It's the Dark Souls. Because it's a desolate, empty world.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's post-apocalyptic, essentially. I'll give it that.
Yeah. Ah, damn it.
Oh, sorry. I just like, instinctively fucking fired.
That's funny.
I'm kind of like Microsoft that way. I just instinctively fire at people. Or fire people.
Fire people? Fire. Do you need a gooner?
No, I'm on Anarchist.
Okay.
And Metroid was also starting to get my goat as my favorite even though it's my favorite franchise. What the fuck was Other M? Mm-hmm. If you're the type of person who defends Other M and says that it's actually kind of a good game, it's not. The story writing is some of the worst in the history of humans, of cave drawings have better storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
God, I wrote better stories than that when I was in fucking 3rd grade. What is happening? God, but I still kept my faith in Nintendo, and I've been bullied my whole life for being a Nintendo person and not playing PlayStation or Xbox, the cool kids consoles, and I didn't I didn't play GTA growing up and shit, And I'm just but I still defended Nintendo because I still think that their quality was top tier.
Oh shit.
Oop.
I got cloakered.
But I think in the past few years, especially since the Sora Iwata passed and Raji Fils-Aimé left, I think it's really started to drop heavily.
Oh, it has gone down fucking hill, like, fast.
And I think, like, because the Wii U was a trash console, and I didn't end up buying that one. I do own one now, but I didn't end up buying that one back in the day because I knew it was going to be shit. And then, but I owned a Wii. I own a Switch. I still own my Wii. It's on my desk here. I still have my GameCube. I don't have my N64, my SNES anymore. But I wish I did. But those were lost over time. But yeah, like I think the Switch is a really fantastic console. It's got its issues. It's not the perfect. I think the GameCube is still a better console in a certain sense. I think the controller is the best they've ever done. The GameCube controller is top tier. Like, and all my game controllers still function just fine. We got a bot in chat.
Oh, let me
But yeah, I think the Switch was a pretty good console. I'm kind of glad they went back to cartridges, as weird as that is. But the controller is terrible. It's somehow worse than the Wii Remote, which, I mean, the Wii Remote is one of the least ergonomic things that's ever been produced to be held in the human hand. Like, it does that is it's as if they are like funded by carpal tunnel surgeons. Like, I like the Wii Remote was trash, and somehow the Switch controller ends up being worse and is lower quality of materials out of the gate because it has stick drift, widespread stick drift. Like, everybody complains about how quickly those analog sticks break on the Switch, and we're talking about a controller in the modern era where it's not being used for Mario Party on the N64. Because if you play Mario Party on the N64, you know that your entire time was spent doing this to your controller. You're doing wax on, wax off with your fucking analog stick.
Yeah.
And yet half the fucking controllers they ever made for that still work after all of that just fine. Well, more than half, but some of the analog sticks have certainly been worn out, I'm sure. And the only controller I think that I've ever experienced that's worse for stick drift is the DualSense. DualSense is trash. The controller is great. Like, it's comfortable. It's well built for the most part. Cool features and everything that work. But Sony is equally trash for not supporting their fucking products and not making good quality, lasting products anymore. Oops.
What happened?
I missed a shot.
Also, have you found any key cards?
I found one and I've already used it.
Because I haven't seen a second one.
Yeah, we got really kind of screwed.
I found it. I found one.
Oh, nice.
Okay, we at least have one more. There might be others like down near like the forensics department, maybe. But okay, where's the fucking sniper? I hear him. I hear you.
He's in here with me. I got him.
Oh, okay. Ah, damn it. The power.
But yeah, the Switch also marked a really positive change for Nintendo on one side of things, which was their third-party support. The Switch has some of the best third-party software support of any of the Nintendo consoles ever. It has a great third-party library. It really does. However, it also marked a change for the negative when it comes to their first-party support, because they released like cheaper, less finished, less feature-rich follow-ups to major franchises than they've pretty much ever done.
Yeah, Pokemon's
like-
a huge one.
Yeah, because and I'm not one of those people who thinks that like Pokemon hasn't done anything interesting since Crystal, because that's retarded. And if you think that, you're stupid.
Because you and I actually had a lot of fun playing Sword and Shield.
Yeah, I think Sword and Shield
But-
is objectively a step down from Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. But only some of it. Like, I think that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are great. Were probably great games. I didn't play them all the way through, but so I'll just go back to say like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, because I played those to death, and they're my favorite ones. But the kind of like pseudo open world of Sword and Shield is pretty cool. I kind of like the DLC too. I think there was some cool stuff with the DLCs for Sword and Shield.
And the multiplayer is actually really fun, even though it's a bit limited.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I would have to reinstall it because I don't have a whole lot of... I'm going to probably uninstall fucking Scarlet and Violet, or Violet. I think I have Violet.
Yeah.
But I'm going to reinstall
There will be
Sword,
accountability.
and I actually really love in the DLC, hunting for fucking, like, what do you call it? Hunting for fucking...
Legendaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
'cause that was
expeditions or
one of
whatever
the
they're
big,
called.
like, yeah, that was like fucking like I don't know if you call it date night shit that we would do. But when
Yeah,
that
pretty
game
much
first
so,
came
yeah.
out, we would fucking spend hours on that game hunting for shiny legendaries. And it's really fun. We still need to get because I don't think you got your fucking shiny Lugia, did you?
Nope. I didn't end up getting like a bunch of the ones I wanted. We never even managed to beat fucking Zygarde.
True, that shit was hard.
That shit was hard. That was one of the harder challenges I've seen in a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
But sorry, I'm looking around to see if there's another key card so we can actually use one to get into the forensics, but I'm not finding one.
Genuinely, what the fuck?
I don't know what the hell happened.
I don't know. Because
but
I
yeah,
still have mine, but
I mostly enjoyed Sword and Shield. I think the story is pretty lame. There's not really anything interesting done with it.
Hop is a stupid rival. I hate him.
Yeah, the sort of the backtracking to remove megas, because they realized they didn't balance them from the start and couldn't fix it.
And like the Gigantamaxes are okay, but it's not a mega. Like mega's
And
actually like added to the game.
Yeah, the gimmick of Gigantamaxes and Dynamaxing doesn't really add much strategy to the game, and it's not like it's more balanced than Megas, but that's because it doesn't add anything. So it doesn't really make it's not that interesting.
No,
It's just a gimmick to have a gimmick, like, and that's what I think what bothers me. It's
Yeah.
like, let's do
And I
Megas
love
without them
Kaiju.
being Megas. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that they were basically fucking kaijus, and I do like a lot of the designs for the Gigantamaxes.
I think the designs are pretty good for the most part.
Yeah, but at the
that's
same time,
also
like,
where
they
Scarlet
need
and
to be
Violet.
pissed.
Yeah, and that's also where Scarlet and Violet was also another gigantic step back, is that they didn't actually design anything new with the new gimmick. It was just, oh, let's put crystals on it. Pretty much.
Yeah, let's put like a crystal candelabra on this one, or
Yeah, and there's
like,
and when it comes
let's put, like, a
to
ghost on the other one.
yeah, and when it comes to the terrestrialization mechanic, there's only one strategy. There's literally only one strategy, and it's not a good one. Because the only strategy for that shit, as far as I can tell, is to just give your Pokemon a Terra type that is resistant to the things that they're normally weak to. So you can like bait someone. Like it's really there's really nothing, and they also ruined my favorite Pokemon with Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield, like who wasn't overperforming or overpowered. He wasn't meta warping like fucking Rayquaza.
Yeah, Rayquaza.
Rayquaza. I cannot believe people pronounce it that way. And then they released Mario Golf Super Rush on the Switch, which had less characters and less features and less maps, I think, even, than the original Mario Golf on the N64, like 20 years ago. More than 20 years ago.
Yes.
And they patched more, like they added more to it after that, but it was paid DLC, and I'm like, cool, they cut out content and never and then charged us for it after, charged us extra for it, and still isn't up to the level of features of the first game, because the first game had mini golf. Mario Super Rush doesn't have mini golf. What the fuck?
That's so stupid.
Also,
I
don't remember if I just have to check again, but I don't remember if Mario Super Rush has taunting in it. It was one of my favorite things to do in the original Mario Golf.
I probably doesn't have that.
Probably not.
Nintendo now, no.
Because I loved, because I played Wario a lot, so I would play Wario, and then when someone else was trying to line up a shot, I'd be like, "Hurry up!" Just it's so funny.
It's really funny.
It's kind of like the original Mario Strikers on GameCube, where somebody steals the ball from you, so you throw a bomb at them and knock them into the electric fence, and they get shocked to death. Oh, I love that game. Mario Strikers was peak. And then there's Animal Crossing New Horizons, which came out with, in a lot of ways, fewer features than even the first fucking game.
Fucking god damn it.
Oh, they're both following you. So yeah, Animal Crossing New Horizons had like fewer features than its predecessors.
Yeah.
They basically like promised they were going to add more features and then didn't. They just kind of abandoned it, even though it's one of the best-selling games on the Switch.
I'm not going to forgive them for a long time after that. That was insane. Yeah. And of course, like the players have been making mods and stuff to fucking improve. But of course, if you get caught with a modded Switch, you get fucking banned.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then they're going after fan projects, like free, completely free fan projects, like the Metroid 2 remake, which is, by the way, leagues better than the official Nintendo-made Metroid 2 remake. I'm not, I shit you not. It is a fucking gigantic improvement over the fucking Nintendo one. Shutting down things like Pixelmon mod for Minecraft, which is like, why? Not giving it.
They did kill Pixelmon?
They did at one point. It's back now, but I don't know how long it'll last. Right? Constantly ignoring fans, like longtime fans of the Pokemon series, to just make the same slop over and over again and shut down any sort of competitors. Yeah, using patents to abuse, to basically crush competition and become a monopoly in the game industry on certain genres like creature capture games or creature battlers. Then going after Pal World for patent violations, even because they know that they couldn't go after them for copyright, because they initially ripped off Akira Toriyama, one of the most beloved Japanese artists of all time, with their first Pokemon game. So
really?
Oh yeah, because they ripped off a lot of original Pokemon designs were ripped off from Dragon Quest, which is an Akira Toriyama art.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my god.
And they knew, because when the Pal World lawsuit first came out, everyone thought it was copyright. So everyone started calling out Nintendo like, "Oh yeah, look at all these designs that you stole from Dragon Quest." And then we found out that it was a patent thing, not a copyright thing, and
Because they knew.
that's why. Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, security office time.
The company that literally that won a lawsuit that was filed against them by Universal Studios for stealing the King Kong IP. They literally, as a tiny company, they had to go up against Universal Studios, as one of the biggest companies on the planet at the time. And they won the lawsuit because they proved that King Kong was in the public domain. And now they are the same evil that they faced back then.
It's crazy. Like, damn, I'm not getting any of my Kickstarts to happen today.
Damn.
Okay.
Their own flagship system, like their own console, not being able to run their flagship games like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom at a consistent frame rate. And if you want to argue, back and forth about whether frame rate matters or not, what you can't argue regardless is whether or not a consistent frame rate matters, because it absolutely does. And because Nintendo used to design their consoles specifically to run, to be able to be capable of giving them the ability to build in features for the next Zelda game that they want to be able to do, right? Like they were basically like, okay, here's what we want to do with the next Zelda game. We want to do, bigger world. We want to do this or that. Oh, another key card. We're good.
Oh, okay, sweet.
I missed it.
Where was it?
It was at the front desk, like like by the metal detector.
Ah, damn.
But yeah, they want. Ooh, fuck. Damn.
You okay?
Yeah, I just got flashbanged.
Okay.
But yeah, they like. They would design their consoles to be able to have enough power to be able to make the next Zelda game the way they wanted to do it without compromising, or with as little compromise as possible. And the fact that they're like the main Zelda game for the Switch couldn't even run on the Switch very well, and ran better as a pirated version on a Steam Deck is just like.
Wild.
What? And then like the Switch 2 price increase, the price increase of their games, while also still stripping out more of the features and content. Their monetization practices getting worse, such as charging for online play now, which they didn't used to do. And it was one of the major points of defense that I had against the other fucking companies, is that I didn't have to pay to play online with my friends. It was supposed to be a family, and like party gaming console. You get with your friends, you play some games. Like, that's how it works. Then, like, the new Pokemon game, Legends Arceus, having a day one DLC that's $30, while having a smaller map than like almost any previous Pokemon game ever. Probably any. I haven't seen it in full, but I've seen that it's one model. It's one model that has about a third the number of polygons as the average vehicle in Cyberpunk 2077, which, by the way, renders dozens of vehicles on screen at a time on the Switch 2. So there's no excuse. And then, they get I don't know if they got jealous about Retro Studios making the most beloved Metroid games of all time with the Metroid Prime series, so they kicked them off that project, so they could make Other M, which was the worst Metroid game that's ever been made.
Like laughably so.
Yeah, like Metroid Prime Pinball is unironically a better experience from the word go than Other M ever was. There's a reason they've remastered every single one of their games except Other M. Remastered or remade every single one of their games except for Other M. Although there's some people who try to pretend like it was that game was always good, and they're very wrong. And then they put Metroid to bed because they're like, oh, people just don't want Metroid anymore. It's like, no, we just don't want bad Metroid. What the fuck? Like, give it back to Retro Studios.
Yeah.
They teased a fourth Prime. Just let them make the fourth Prime game. What are you talking about? Like, we liked their universe. We liked their take on things. We love their gameplay innovations were second to none. What a great fucking series. And then they're like, oh yeah, we're going to make a Metroid Prime 4. We're going to tease it 10 years in advance. But it's not being made by the same people. We're letting Bandai Namco make it. What? Why? Why would you want the kings of fucking day one microtransactions to make the next Metroid game? What the fuck's wrong with you? I'm pretty sure it was Bandai Namco. And then they scrapped it and gave it back to Retro Studios, and in the meantime gave us Metroid Dread, which had been kind of pseudo teased years ago, and they've been trying to make it for like 19 years or some shit. And then Metroid Dread didn't live up to its name, was a pretty half-assed Metroid game. There's some really cool lore, and like the story's good and everything. The gameplay's like pretty solid, but its main mechanic like virtually does not exist. Like it might as well not have had that mechanic in it at all. It doesn't change anything about the game. The title of Dread, you'll never feel dread in Metroid Dread, I'll tell you that much. It's also the easiest Metroid game by a wide margin. I love the lore. I think the lore is great. It's a better sequel story-wise than I could have ever hoped for from Metroid Fusion. Then they finally are deciding to put out Metroid Prime 4. It's coming out later this year. Retro Studios worked on it. Before I get to that, they remastered Metroid Prime 1 for the Switch. But they didn't let Retro Studios remaster it, because they were obviously working on Metroid Prime 4. And in the credits of Metroid Prime Remastered, they didn't put the original Retro Studios members in the credits. The people who made the game that you merely updated the textures on and ported to a new console, you didn't credit them in their own game. I mean, the negligence, the disrespect, the fact they don't care about they just prove they don't care about their own games. They don't care about the people who make their games. They don't give a shit anymore. They've lost that. I think that died with Satoru Iwata. And now Metroid Prime 4, it's about to come out this year. I think it's in December that it's coming out, or November. I think it's December. The only thing they've really shown for the gameplay of Metroid Prime 4 is that Samus has a motorcycle in a gigantic, desolate wasteland with nothing in it for miles. It looks more desolate than the new Pokemon game.
Which is wild.
How? It looks more desolate than New Vegas, a game that's supposed to be desolate.
God.
And the only thing you can show, like you can show us about the new Metroid is that Samus has a motorcycle to get across this useless, empty wasteland. Who cares? I could die happy like tomorrow if I knew that Samus would never have a motorcycle in any game. Why does she need? She has a ship. She has a ship. She has the ability to run at supersonic speeds because of the speed booster. Why the fuck does she have a motorcycle? Why even make it open world in the first place if you're not going to put anything in it? Now, granted, this is just previews. I don't know what the game's going to be like. Maybe it's going to be great. And to be fair, it's going to be on both Switch 1 and Switch 2. I imagine it's going to run better on Switch 2 and maybe have more features on Switch 2. Though given Nintendo's current track record, it probably won't have more features. It'll probably have actually fewer features than the previous Prime Series games. But I digress. Maybe it'll be great. But even though I've waited almost 20 years for this game, I'm not buying it. I was so excited, and I've been waiting for an update on Metroid Prime 4 for fucking years. Nearly 2 decades. The last game in the Prime franchise came out in 2007.
Jeez.
I have been waiting for a new Metroid from Retro Studios for that long. I was waiting for Metroid Dread for a long time, too, because I still believed that there was something to that. And it turned out that there was something to that, even if it was, as they claim, coincidental. And I bought Metroid Dread. I pre-ordered it. I enjoyed the game for what it was. It's definitely not perfect, but I knew it was a side project while they were working on Metroid Prime 4 because they confirmed that they were still working on it and that Retro Studios was back on the project.
Yeah.
So I pre-ordered that game as a show of good faith that I want to see Metroid back, that I want Retro Studios to bring Metroid back, and I accepted that Metroid Dread was a side project, so it wasn't going to have the scope and depth that I was hoping for from a new Metroid game. It's still... I still don't think that fully excuses the lack of content in that game and the lack of living up to its name in any capacity. But like, I don't know how a Game Boy Advance game managed to have more Dread in it than the game Metroid Dread on Switch.
Honest.
The SAX was terrifying. There's a giant spider boss. There's a boss called Nightmare in Metroid Fusion. Like, what the fuck? Anyways.
Idiots.
So yeah, I really wanted to buy Metroid Prime 4, and I'm not going to. If Nintendo changes their shit, if Retro Studios was really able to get really given the freedom to do something really interesting with Metroid Prime 4, maybe I'll buy it. I'm not pre-ordering it. I'm not going to play it on release. I'm going to wait until I hear more about it from other people. But I just... I'm not a tourist. I spent this entire stream up to this point blabbing about all the problems I've had with Nintendo, all the things I liked about Nintendo back in the day, and I'm not even like a tenth of the way into my feelings on the company and their games and their history. Like, Cass hasn't even gotten a word in edgewise because I've been blabbing so much. I'm not a tourist, is what I'm saying. No. I'm not some PC exclusive moron staring over the fence through binoculars, telling people, just spouting shit that I've heard from other people about what Nintendo's doing. I know what Nintendo's doing because I've been there since fucking SNES. My favorite game of all time is on a Nintendo console and will never be ported to another system. Because the guy who created it literally vanished and no one knows where he is. So the IP is up in the... No one knows who owns the IP. It's probably Square Enix, but we have no idea. And they don't care because the original creator's gone. Like, nobody... And nobody... Like, not to say that nobody's clamoring for that game to be ported or remastered or anything. There definitely are people. But it's like... it's not a big enough draw. My favorite game series is still Metroid, and it's still not on any other consoles, and likely never will be, unless Nintendo goes completely under and their IPs get sold off. Pokemon is the most valuable IP in human history to this day, and still is getting lapped by indie studios like Pocket Pair making Palworld. Palworld has more features that people have demanded from the Game Freak in their one game made by 55 people than Game Freak has been able to put in the entire lexicon of the entire Pokemon series, including its spin-offs. Genuinely. Palworld has more shit in it than all their games combined, basically. Obviously less pals, less Pokemon, less creatures. But mounts, base building, complete freedom of multiplayer in a gigantic open world. It's got custom servers and settings, and it's like there's dungeons instead of just gyms that you go fight. There's like bosses and adversaries, and like there's just so much shit, and customizations for your pals. Pokemon's like almost never given us the ability to put costumes on our Pokemon, even though they themselves will put costumes on our Pokemon sometimes. Like, oh, here's masked wrestler Pikachu. You can get it from a special event by going to GameStop and getting a card and putting the code in.
Yeah.
But, you know, we couldn't possibly let you change out of your fucking school uniform in Scarlet and Violet. Kiss my ass.
Good lord.
I'm so sorry for blabbing over you this whole time.
No, it's okay. I wanted to let you talk because I know how passionate you are about it.
I'm just mad. I know that this guy on Twitter does not know who I am. He doesn't know my history. He doesn't watch my videos or nothing. I get it. But don't just assume I'm a tourist. I know what the fuck I'm talking. I've been around. Christ.
Yeah, also saying that you're PC, wild assumption.
Yeah, that I'm PC exclusive. Yeah. I've never been PC exclusive. I've had a Nintendo console within arm's reach my entire life. Since I was able to form memories, I've had a controller within reach.
Like, your favorite game of all time is a console game that was on the N64? The
SNES. It's on SNES.
SNES. Like, my boyfriend is not PC exclusive. Sorry.
No. I played PC games since I was very little, but I've been playing Nintendo specifically and almost exclusively, like in terms of console, it's been exclusive since I was able to form memories. When I was in my 20s, I think, or like late teens, I bought my first non-Nintendo console. Genuinely. It wasn't until I got my first job and had my own money that I finally bought a non-Nintendo console and owned one. Now, to be fair, when I was very, 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 very young, I barely remember it, but I do know about it. We didn't have a Nintendo console in the house when I was very young. We had a Sega Master System or Genesis. I think it was a Genesis, but we replaced it with a SNES, like as soon as the SNES came out, and we've had Nintendo consoles exclusively ever since. I bought a PS2 in like 2009 or 2010 or something. Oh, it was 2009, yeah. I have owned every Nintendo portable. I have a Game Boy, an original Game Boy somewhere. I have a Game Boy Color. I have a Game Boy Advance. I have a Game Boy Advance SP. I have a DS Lite. I never had an original DS, to be fair. I didn't have an original DS, but I had a DS Lite. I think I have two of them. I have a 3DS. I never bought a 2DS because, like, that's It's literally stepping backwards in time. I don't know why I would do that. So I bought it. I have 3DSs. I have a new Nintendo 3DS XL. I own a SNES. I owned an N64. Those are gone now. I still have my GameCube. I still have my Wii. I have my Wii U over there somewhere. My Wii is over here, behind my monitor. I'm trying to look for it. It's over there. There it is. It's probably plugged in, so I don't think I can grab it. But and then my Switch is right there. I even have my... Oh my god. I have my Sonic the Hedgehog themed... You're gonna love this. I'm such a troll. I have my Sonic the Hedgehog themed GameCube controller. For my Switch. I bought it because I was like, a Sonic the Hedgehog themed Nintendo controller. What the fuck? So I own it. I have that. Because I thought it was funny.
That's awesome. Iconic.
I'm just a troll that way, and also because they stopped making the one I actually wanted, which is the Jigglypuff one.
Mm-hmm.
Wii remote right here, in arm's reach, yet again. Like, I don't know, stupid.
People are dumb.
I have multiple cases, literally multiple cases, right in front of me, of DS games. And 3DS games. I think these are all DS, but... Like, this one case has Mario Kart DS, Super Mario 64 DS, Bleach Dark Souls. I'm not kidding, I have that.
The fuck?
Yeah, I have Drawn to Life, I have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Darkness, Metroid Prime Pinball, just in this case. Hold on. I got another case here. I got another one. This has got... Super Street Fighter 4 3D edition, the Resident Evil Revelations. I've got Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. I've got Samurai Warriors Chronicles, Mario Kart 7, and Pokemon Soul Silver.
Patrick's curious.
Do you want to smell the dust on that? Yeah, I don't play my 3DS anymore. I'm sorry, buddy. I still have most of the cases for my DS games and stuff too. I've got a whole box of Nintendo shit, of Nintendo games over there, and another box of them over there, and I literally own an Ocarina of Time. I literally own this. Amazing. I have Dark Samus Amiibo on my fucking shelf over there. This I have a Majora's Mask ocarina. No, I'm a tourist, guys.
Nope, tourist. Dumb tourist.
I'm a dumb piece of shit tourist.
Lame. Oh, look at Lothric.
My boy. Hi, buddy. Oh,
the
hi.
Boy,
yes.
the baby boy. My son!
Like that? Paw? that was a very violent paw give there, right there. Oh, I was gonna do an art stream today, following this, but I think I've talked myself to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna end it here.
Yeah. Also,
okay.
My wallet, my current wallet that I use and I take with me everywhere is a Jigglypuff wallet.
Jigglypuff.
My keys. I don't even know if I've shown you this. My keys I keep on a lanyard. God damn. I keep on a lanyard that's Ghost Pokemon themed.
Oh yeah, no, you've definitely shown me that before.
Yeah, it's got Pumpkaboo. It's got Drifloon. Those are the only ones on it, really, but you know.
Still
it's got Mimikyu on it too. Sorry, it's got Mimikyu.
Okay, good.
It's faded, so it's kind of hard to see, but I've had it forever. I love this thing. Yeah. my guitar has Dialga hanging from it, and Mario hitting a question mark block hanging from it, and a Triforce fucking like a pin on my guitar strap. Like,
Oh my god.
I have 2 Legend of Zelda shirts and a Super Metroid shirt, bro.
Don't you also? Didn't I also buy you? I think I bought you the fucking Hyrule Historia book.
I've got that over here. It's,
Yeah,
I
think I bought. I can't remember if it was for
it,
our anniversary or birthday.
I think it was my birthday.
Yeah, but
Pretty sure.
I love that book actually.
You also bought me
It's pretty cool.
this. He's kind of dusty. I apologize, but my Gengar, my Mega Gengar plush.
Yeah.
My shiny Mega Gengar plush. I love this thing. He's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I wish I could have gotten you a life-size version of him, but he's a little dusty.
I was gonna pull out my my Metroid Dread pre-order bonus thing, but I don't know where it is. I put it away somewhere, so I wouldn't lose it because it's just a pen, right? But I like getting little pins like that. So I can't believe I had a fucking like hour-long crash out about Nintendo. I even have on my PC. I have a little Lego Yoshi.
And you have your yarn Yoshi too.
Yeah, I have Yoshi's Epic Yarn Special Edition amiibo. It's pink. I love that thing.
He's so cute.
Mm-hmm. Christ. I have way more Nintendo shit than I thought I did, honestly. Because I'm not even scratching the surface. I have more. I have 3,000 fucking Pokemon cards in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
not to mention the ones that are in your phone.
Yeah, because I still play Pokemon TCG Pocket. I've never spent a dime on it, and I never will. But
no, but
I do play it actively. Anyways, I'm going to end the stream here. I really appreciate anyone who sat through my entire rant there, especially you, Cass. Thank you for enduring my bullshit.
Listen, I love you, okay?
I love you too, May.
Aw.
And yeah, be sure to come back tomorrow. We'll be reading the DOJ again. And then Friday, it's coming up quick. We're going to be doing the Halo 100 celebration, 24-hour live stream. Going to have a lot of different things we can do on that day. We'll just kind of play it by ear, but there's a lot of stuff to do. And yeah, I also didn't even show off the Legend of Zelda Hyrule Shield that's on my keychain as well, along with the Twilight Princess Triforce emblem that's on my keychain.
I've got a full replica of the Hylian shield and Master Sword.
Based.
It was because I was gonna do a fucking a Link cosplay years ago, and my friend gifted it to me because she didn't want it anymore. And it's like one of those like things you get at a convention that's probably like $100, $200.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I need to hang them up, but I haven't gone around to it yet.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna hang them.
I'm gonna hang it.
Hang them high.
Next to myself. Just kidding.
Next to myself. Anyways, yeah, come back tomorrow and follow me on Twitter, where I get into petty squabbles with people over how much I loved and now hate Nintendo.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. We should raid,
Yeah, we're going to raid our buddy Madu if he's still alive. Let me check.
He is.
He is. We're gonna raid this son bitch.
Metal Gear Solid, so hope you like that game.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him play that more. Raid.
Raid.
He should show. Since I follow him and he's live, he should be at the top of my list here. Like, that's so dumb. Okay, we're getting ready to start raid. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.